Thanks for your time tonight.
Good to be with you, and good evening.
You've recently published a fabulous book on the Australian parliamentary system.
Thank you. Yes,
Well,
it's a
terrific.
subject of great interest,
Quite a subject.
we do have quite a lot of early information about its construction and
designed
design.
about 100 years ago, yeah?
Designed about 100
Yeah.
years ago, yes.
And you've uncovered some fascinating documents.
Yes, we've got the early documents that show the structure, and of course when it was built it was the biggest thing of its kind anywhere in the world.
Yeah, and these documents give you some indication of the subsequent things
Well,
that
they do.
happened later.
A lot of the problems that they later had are obviously part,
built
they're a
in,
function of
almost
the design.
built in.
I think, almost built in.
Okay,
yes.
let's have a look at this.
Have a look.
Let's
I mean,
have a
here's
look.
the essential design. It was,
And
it was built
these are
in
the
parts.
states and territories, are
That's
they?
right. It was constructed in these various different sections.
Yeah, and why was that?
So that if water got into one of them, it wouldn't get into all the others.
Wouldn't be a problem for
sink
the other
whole
ones.
thing.
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
And then you've got the this is the first class section up here on that deck there.
It seems to be a party.
Well, if you look very carefully, you'll see there are quite a few parties. There's a party there, and a party there, and a party
And there's
over
one
there.
that's just joined to the other one.
Yeah, those two parties might as well be one party.
Right,
They
that's
basically
right.
became one party. And then there's a little party over there.
Sure. Now, these other ones, why don't they have faces, these
These people, well, that's
Yeah.
just an artist's impression.
But they did have faces.
Oh, they had faces,
Yeah.
yes, they would have had faces.
And these are the lifeboats along here?
lifeboats along there, yes,
Doesn't seem to be enough lifeboats for the amount of people on the ship.
there wouldn't need to be.
Well, why not?
Well, because not everybody would have been on board at the one time.
Well, where are they?
Well, some of them would be in the sea.
Well, who are the people in the sea?
Well, the people, you see the people up here with no faces?
Yeah.
They throw people into the sea from time to time. Always a few people in the sea who've been biffed over by the people with no faces. And
Are they rescued at
yeah,
some
that's what
point?
the lifeboats are for. They
So
lower
not all the passengers are on the boat at the
No,
same
no
time?
stage are all the passengers on board at the same time.
And why is there a fire up there?
That's the coal hold. That's where
Right.
they keep the coal, and the coal caught fire. It spontaneously combusts.
Yeah. And where was the iceberg?
Iceberg would have been out there somewhere.
God, how could they not see that?
Well, there was a fog. There was a very thick fog, and they couldn't see through
What's
it.
this here then?
That's the fog production unit.
They produced a fog you couldn't see through.
Produced a fog you couldn't see through, yes.
Good Lord.
And they hit an
And
iceberg.
they had a fire up
And they had
here,
a
obviously.
fire.
Who was in charge?
Well, ultimately, you were. You've
What?
appointed all these people there have been put there by you. That's the way that the construction works.
Good Lord. Can we change that?
Well, it's a bit late now. Look, it's covered in coral. It's broken and it's sitting on the bottom of an
What are
ocean.
these things down here?
This is a school of Gillards. Look, that's fish going through
That's
there.
an old car?
An old car.
Yeah, it's
there's all
bobbing
sorts
around the water.
all sorts of crap down there,
Yeah.
yeah. It's probably the biggest
Mess.
disaster in the history of mankind. It's tragic.
It's fascinating though, isn't it?
Deeply fascinating, but terribly sad.
Yeah.